welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you the best tips and tricks for this game. But really, there isn't a lot besides the fact that you actually need practice, and don't think you're good by just literally not practicing at all. And that's just common sense. But you want to start off with songs that are somewhat somewhat beginner friendly. Anyway, and I'm gonna go through every one to show you like what you should start off with if you're particularly new, and if you want to skip, then there's a time on the screen. These levels are these songs are not levels. Levels in difficulty, yes. This is like what I started off with when I first played FNF, I believe. But it's more likely that you're not this level, considering that you're asking me to get tips and tricks. There isn't much tips and tricks I could give you besides the fact that, besides the obvious tips and tricks, to be honest with you. But as you can see, this is very beginner friendly. I'm probably gonna just perfectly FC this anyway. I literally have one good, are you serious? There isn't like double notes in this, like too many, I don't think. There isn't really. It gets harder like progressively. Slightly. Barely, really, it really isn't hard. It's good for like if you just started FNF and you want to improve. Now it gets harder. This is when you'd actually need to practice this song, particularly. But once you FC a song, you move on to one that's way harder for you. And then once you FC that song, then you go to another. That's just my recommendation. Instead of playing a really hard song, assumingly that you could just beat it, because that doesn't really make much sense, really, does it? Like, I can't even, to put this in perspective, I haven't been able to do Freedom Die because I cannot do that stupid revenge song that was recently added. So if I do the revenge song and FC that, I'm sure I can do Freedom Die. So once you FC this song, you can probably do Accelerate. This is like a beginner's guide almost. That may as well just be called Tips and Tricks Beginner's Guide. Now, obviously, the settings, all I have is going to be in the description. There's going to be a settings video if you want to, if you want the settings that I'm using right now. There's going to be a video for that. This is just like a guide of what you should practice. Now, we're going to move on to the next one, which is upper in difficulty, called Accelerate. Now, you can choose from hard to insane. I'm not gonna show both, but just say Insane is actually like probably one of the easiest Insanes there is. Not the easiest. There is easier Insanes, but really it's really just not that bad. It's quite straightforward. Besides, now they add jacks, and jacks is when there's two notes beside each other and you have to click both of them at the same time. That is what a jack is. So there's jacks in this song. So this one you would have to like actually practice in a little bit more. And there's also double notes, which is when there's two notes in the same lane. And I could see the newbies struggling on this song especially more, but once you FC summon, this is not gonna be too hard, and this will be quite easier if you FC summon and then try this. And the thing about the other song that I'm showing you, that's purposely for improvement, the next one I'm showing you has 0 breaks at all. So you actually have to look at the notes the whole time. You cannot, if you look away once you're missing. So this song actually does have breaks, unlike the other ones do. Unlike the other ones I'm going to show you that increase in difficulty. So if you're on mobile, I would recommend playing this on hard first, and then moving on to Insane. and I don't know why I just missed. I wasn't paying attention because I kept talking. But if you're on mobile, I would recommend doing Accelerate on hard before you do Accelerate on Insane, because jacks are really hard on mobile. Now I'm gonna up the difficulty and show you what it's like after you complete Accelerate. I'm gonna actually show you Phantasm, which is basically I would recommend doing hard first and then doing Insane. So this is basically going to be a lot of jacks. This is going to be like the best song for like jacks if you want to start them. If you want to start practicing jacks. Hard, I haven't actually really played Phantasm on hard mode. I don't really know what it's like, but I'm assuming there's less jacks. On Insane, this is going to be harder than Accelerate, but it's going to be in that same intermediate difficulty. Despite all the jacks. You can see how many jacks there are. And double notes. You can see there's a lot more jacks in this. Once you have see this, you're basically good to move on to the advanced. Luckily, the next song for advanced is slightly easier because there's not as many jacks. Though it is much faster than this, so you're going to have to prepare yourself. I would recommend playing this on hard mode actually, because this is a little bit harder than the other song on advanced. Yeah, because look at these jacks. Genuinely, actually, I think you should not play this on Insane. It's a little too hard for Insane as a intermediate player. I would play it on hard. But if you want to move to Insane, you can move to Insane. It's your preference. Now this is when it gets somewhat harder. It's a little bit, it's pretty repetitive in terms of notes, like layout. But there's double note jacks, so that's the thing about this. For mobile, I would definitely not recommend this on Insane. Now that is when you're basically, this is like more like an advanced song, to be honest with you. So Phantasm on Insane is advanced. Phantasm on hard mode is intermediate. Now I'm going to show you another advanced song that is about equivalent of that song. You can choose from this mode or hard mode. I honestly always just choose this, but I don't know if hard is easier than this or if this is harder than this. It might just be like it sounds different with this. I'm not entirely sure actually. But I'm gonna just choose this difficulty anyway. This would be considered higher than Phantasma on Insane mode. Difficulty. I'm gonna be clicking constantly now. You can see this is this is much harder. Like severely harder than Phantasma. But luckily, remember there's no jacks in this, so mobile players, you're somewhat saved for this one. Unlike Phantasma, where there's like thousands of jacks and you're basically screwed if you're on mobile. And there is actually there is long notes in this too, so it is a break, but towards the end, you'll see it's not very fun anymore. It gets significantly more annoying. about to get harder. And by harder, I mean it's just gonna keep going without me. It's about to get, like, very hard soon. Like, very hard as in for this level. Now this is like the climax, practically. The hardest part. Now you take a miniature break, and then they will make it much harder. They'll make it about the same, not much harder, they'll make it about the same difficulty as what you did before you did the break. Now, basically, once you somehow manage to FC that, or not just FC, if as long as you somehow manage to get under like 3 misses on this song, I consider you good to go, and now you're actually gonna get into the real thing. I'm gonna call this challenging. This is when it's actually called challenging. This is when it's actually considered challenging. So, now, the song I would recommend to you for challenging. Now, this is when you get into the real stuff. You know a song is hard when it's called Mania. Just know that. Whenever a song is Mania, you know it's gonna be difficult, okay? This has a lot of double notes. Like stack notes on top of each other. So this will basically help you improve in double notes. That is something else. This is when it's called challenging. Lots of double notes. Maybe not as close together, but you can tell there's a lot of double notes. And this part, which you don't really, I don't expect you to really get that, because that is pretty difficult. This is more just like practicing like certain layouts, because this is a different layout. Like, you don't see notes positioned in this type of way very much. Now, once you do that, this is when it gets. This is when it gets significantly harder. It's made by the same Shaggy, X-Max, and obviously you're gonna do. There's no mode. There's no other mode. It's just Mania, bro. You're stuck with Mania. Genuinely, this is going to be significantly way harder than Final Destination. But Final Destination's like a little step up for practice. Because remember that one part that I said, you know, you don't really have to FC, you don't really have to hit that part because it's hard. Well, let's just say this is basically going to be that part that I said was really hard is going to be the majority of this song. This is what you're going to need to practice once you get the hang of it. And at first, you're going to get a lot of misses because requires a lot more practice than any of the other songs. My first time I played the song, I got like 27 misses when I first played it. So I would not be surprised if you suffered on this one. this might take you a few weeks to actually FC. It might seem a little impossible at first, but genuinely, this is like, and I already missed. As you can see, even this is considered annoying because of the layout. You can see there's a lot more double notes in this than in Final Destination. And that's the part that you're going to struggle on. Then this is more like based on like technique and gameplay rather than like actual like good music. Now they're going to showcase this part that's going to be really difficult, and I don't expect you to FC it. Best part. Now this is what I consider like 2 levels above, and I literally, look at this, I'm literally dying right now. I have FC'd this multiple times. I'm just not focusing on actually trying to flex. I'm just focusing on like what to describe about the song. If you completed either Final Destination, good. If you completed this, even better. Like with under 10 misses, we don't talk about me failing there miserably. We started with beginner, intermediate, advanced, challenging. Now we're in difficult. This is now basically what I consider my level in difficulty. I wouldn't say difficult is my level. I would say I wouldn't say difficult is my level. For the first difficult song, I'm going to be showing you Sporting Rev-Mixed. This one is yes, very, very difficult. This is going to be filled with jacks. This is what I would consider difficult. Like in the difficulty level. You can see these double notes, they're getting severely worse. Look at that. I'm surprised I could hit that, but still very hard. This is what I would definitely consider difficult. Definitely. You see that? Do you see those double notes? This is difficult. You can see what the bot just did there is called a handstream. Now those are probably the easiest form of hitting the note, despite looking insanely hard. You can see these double notes. Why is there so many double notes? Like, I don't know, man. Actually, there hasn't been like many jacks, really. It's all like prioritizing double notes, really. This is a hand stream. That was a hand stream. I would say the hardest thing about this song is the double notes. These are hand strings again. The most basic form of a hand string, yeah. I would say genuinely the hardest thing about this song was the double notes. That is definitely putting in difficult. Now the next one I'm gonna show you, the King Hit Original. This one is definitely challenging. Like you cannot. I mean, not challenging. It's difficult. It is. You cannot say it's not difficult. It requires you to actually focus. And these notes are very close together. Though it is very repetitive, so making it a little easier to remember how notes are placed throughout the song. This is like maining handstreams. Oh god. There's like no double notes in the song. I don't think there is. Like any severe ones. This is a handstream. This is the advanced version of a handstream. Now this is difficult. This is difficult. That is more of a handstream than any other. This prioritizes handstreams, and the other one prioritizes double notes. I'm actually struggling trying to do this, to be honest with you. Like with the handstream part. It will get a little bit more difficult. Holy crap, I honestly didn't think I was gonna hit that one that time. Another handstream. Very hard to hit. Very hard to hit. You can see this handstream is much harder. Now that is about as basic as, I mean, as hard as you can get in terms of difficult. The next one is gonna be my level. My general level. Hard enough to be considered hard but not painful. So basically this one is, I'm just gonna name this my level. Now in my level, Blimpy, I would definitely consider my level. Bloodwrath Insane, I would definitely consider my level, despite being so hard to do. Also True Trolling. But I'm going to show you only 2 songs, and preferably, I'm going to show you Blimpy and Bloodwrath on Insane. Now these two are both classics. These two are both classics. Blimpy has been known for a while, mainly from, like, this is going to be very much more difficult than you would expect. Especially for jacks again, and handstreams, both for them. It starts off pretty simple though. Like it uppers in difficulty progressively. It's getting harder. This is maximum. Now, genuinely, I can't do this myself. So, and now I'm gonna show you the next one. That was this song was prioritizing jacks. I would say like a very hard technique. Like at like 3 parts of the song, it gets very hard. You'll see what I mean. On that, I mean. Very fun technique. Genuinely so fun. I'm selling so hard. Oh, don't just ignore it, please. This is just I haven't played in a while. Pretty much harder. Blimpy was harder than this. So, now we're gonna head on to painful. Like, this is when my wrist starts to burn. Literally. And it's not target practice white glove. No, it's boxing. It's boxing glove. It's boxing match white glove. Now, this would the for the majority of the song I would consider painful, and the end of the song literal vibro. Like literally vibro. And by vibro I mean you're literally spamming your keys and praying that you don't miss, and you're going to be missing like so much. And you literally, this song is literally like you are. If you put on rates in this song, you're basically just you're doomed in the end. In the end, you don't have a chance. Nearly. This is what I would consider painful. Now I might actually have to look. I did very well on that 1v2 on controller on this song. In case I mess up, you can go look at. You know, this seems like I'm doing good with 5 misses, but wait till you see the end, bro. I'm gonna have over 100 misses. Because of Vibro. It's 30 clicks per second. About to get really hard. Fucking. Vibro. It's getting to Vibro. It's getting to Vibro. It's getting to Vibro. It's getting to Vibro. This is Vibro. 20 clicks per second. Not full. This is the break before you hit Vibro. vibro. I'm doing worse, way worse than I did last time. Like on controller. I literally just sold so heavily, dude. Do you see what I did on controller though? Like, how the hell did I get like 101 misses on that? Genuinely, I don't even know how. But still. So, boxing match is partly painful and partly vibro. And then this is the final song I'm going to show you that I consider absolutely okay. Literally, if this isn't hard, I can't tell you what is. I don't even know I have it favorited just because of trolling. And I might just give up halfway through because my hands might give up. And also, this song and Fallen Symphony. But Fallen Symphony is just longer and easier to read, and this one is shorter and harder to read. So, half of this song doesn't make any sense, like, in terms of music. Like, you'll see what I mean. You'll just be like, what the hell is this song? Is it even considered a song? And then, like, and towards the end, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is definitely a song now. But at the start, you'll just be like, is this literally a troll? It sounds like a troll song. You'll love the jacks on this one. This is the first stage of Vibro. Obviously, I'm just spamming. I'm not even reading this. Now, this is when it sounds like a troll. It's literally some guy drinking some tea. And then this stupid thing kicks in, and then it stops. When it gets to absolutely vibro. Just wait for it. It will. Here it goes. Ready to get 500 misses? Can't wait. Jacks. Actually, this is about equivalent of Fallen Symphony. Never mind. It's about. Except for this part. Whatever this is. Oh, God. Holy crap, I actually beat my record for misses. I beat my record for misses. Let's go. I got 334. Now that is what I consider genuinely, I would consider it like basically just barely vibro. Like just almost just I'm just the reason why I say just barely vibro is because I forgot about this one. This is vibro. So is this one. They're both vibro. These ones are both vibro. Now, particularly, I think the classic is harder. But I'm not entirely sure. I'm just gonna do the... No, actually, this one got a rework. I forgot. So this one is basically vibro. I cannot say otherwise. This is vibro. It's still humanly possible, though. I think the classic one is harder, but I can't say that right now. This is about to get really hard. This is vibro. Not to didn't I say this is also humanly possible, by the way? This is humanly possible, by the way. Now I'm going to show you the classic one. The classic. gosh, this is already started. This is already much harder, I think. But it's shorter. Oh, this is way harder, I think. I think, you know, I think they're pretty much equal. Despite me getting less misses on this one. I would say this one is actually a little easier. Despite being a little, it's a little quicker. It's a little quicker than the other bleeding, so genuinely I think bleeding classic is easier. Now, last one. Wait, it doesn't, they don't have it anymore? Oh, so they still have it. Oh, thank God, bro. I was about to say, like, I was literally about to die if they don't have it, because this is the W song. This is the song. I'm literally, like, once we hit that vibro part, I'm not even going to click. You know what? Actually, let's go on the right side so we can let the bot suffer. Now, the bot will... I think even the bot will have a little bit of a struggle hitting these notes. Maybe? I actually have no idea. The bot will probably have a seizure, bro. Literally. Now, the bot side is literally impossible. Unless you're scripting, or, of course, the bot is a bot, so... We have to wait a long time before it hits the hard part, though. It's about to get really hard for the bot. Obviously the bot never misses, but that's it. Now the last tip I'm going to give you is to subscribe.